drink. Don't act like you know me if you don't know my team. That's how it goes, man. Thinks, please don't mind me. It is as if my whole life I dream. Winning is all I do, I think. Magic tricks when I roll up my sleeves. What you talking about, sleep? I stay up and get things done. I be like, ready, get me some. You couldn't prevent me from taking the lead in this league. I got stripes and stripes, striking. Best not hide your eyes. I'll just a whole dynamite. Let it ignite inside and still be able to remind them why. It's Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud. Any day, any night, on site, alright, let's go. K-I-N-G Kings, meaning we seen things, and without a cheat sheet, a walking beast, no wanting peace until I'm knee deep in the rewards I need to retrieve. Keep the receipt once I receive what I work for, but never relieve. Better watch out, if you don't move, get ready to fall down. If you don't root for my son, I'm not proud. Like what you talking about, I'll pop out, even if it's hard out. Somebody let the dogs out, like they're coming for the dog out before being brought out. Whoa, they might need to keep me locked out because I will stomp in my stomping grounds till it's known. This is Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud. Any day, any night, on site, alright, let's go. Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud Kingdom, Spud. Any day, any night, on site, alright, let's go.
Hello, 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 Spud Kingdom. Welcome everybody once again to the next episode of the Spud Kingdom podcast. I want to thank you all that have been listening and giving me feedback and keep tuning in and keep saying you can't wait for the next episode. I just really appreciate all of you, especially my rowdies up there on the glass of 117. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you very much. First off, what do you guys think of the new song? I had a buddy of mine put that together, LAFDY, Live Fast, Die Young. That's my boy. He lives up in Vegas. I told him that I have this podcast and I need some type of intro song and I wanted some type of anthem and something that we can really vibe to. Now, I'm not going to play the whole song before every episode. I'm going to condense it down to actually be like an intro to the episode. And maybe, possibly, if y'all like the song, I'll make it available. We're going to work on making it available for everybody to listen to whenever they would like. Heck, maybe we can even get it bumped in the mat. Who knows? But I'd like to thank my boy John Lords, LFDY, Live Fast, Die Young, for putting that together for me. I really appreciate it. You're the man, and it's so awesome to have an awesome addition like that to the podcast. So once again, thanks again, my boy. So we're going to have a recap from this weekend. Friday, we played Rock Springs Grizzlies, which marked the return of Charlie Cranglin. He didn't have much to show in the game. We'll get to that later, but it was nice to see him and catch up with him a little bit. Game 2 was Saturday versus Ogden. Lots to talk about in this game. There's a lot to cover. Shootout, overtime, standings, battle for first place. There was a lot going on in this matchup, so there's going to be a lot to talk about once we get there. I'm going to start a new segment that I decided over the weekend to do a 3 stars of the week segment. So there's always 3 stars of the game. So I'm just going to do a 3 stars of the week. So just go over the stats of the weekend and announce my 3 stars and why I think they are the 3 stars of the weekend. If you guys like it, cool. Hit me up on Facebook. Let me know. If you guys disagree with my list or whatever, cool. Give me some comments. It'd be fun to have a little bit of feedback, talk back and forth about it. It'd be pretty cool. Let's see what else we're going to do. I want to thank my guest from last week, MacLeish, representing Toys for Tots. I know some of the audio on that wasn't the greatest, but I really appreciate all the feedback we got on that. Thank you for joining the show, Mike. Also want to thank my interviews, Tim Kim, Bookie Warshaw, and Jonathan Radikainen. Appreciate those guys stopping with me after the games and talking with me. We got some new interviews coming up this week. We'll get to here in just a minute. I'll talk about those. Also, there's the possible player profile segment that we've been talking about and that has been mentioned previously that is in the works. Going to set up some time probably after a practice or something. After the Thanksgiving break, these boys go on the road this weekend, and it's just not a good weekend. Plus, it's a holiday. Let's just let them relax, and hopefully they can do some dirty work down on the weekend and help us climb in the rankings a little bit. So after this Thanksgiving break is over, there's a chance of me getting to like a practice and doing a player profile. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna actually have like a longer conversation with somebody like I do when I do my fan experience, get to know the players, where they're from, other things that they're into. If they weren't a hockey player, what would they do? Stuff like that. Just get to know the players a little bit better. I think it's going to be awesome. Also, there's going to be in the works of some coaches interviews. I was talking to some of the coaches, especially the goalies coach recently, and I told them that I have a podcast dedicated to the Spud Kings, and now I interview players, and I got permission we're going to do the player profile interviews, and he said I would love to do an interview as well. So let me know anytime. So there's going to be possibilities to talk to him, maybe even Coach Bone, maybe even get GM Eric Hudson on the show. So there's possibilities of some other awesome interviews coming up along the show. So that's exciting. Big exciting things coming all together for the show in general. We are now launched across multi-platforms. You can find us almost anywhere. If there's somewhere that you guys listen to that I don't have it launched yet, let me know, and I will see what I can do about getting it onto that particular platform. I'm all about making it ease of access for any of you. So just hit me up and let me know if there's somewhere else that you listen to your podcast, then I'll see what I can do about getting it on there. So we got a big upcoming holiday schedule coming up. We got 2 games Friday, Saturday in Casper. Unfortunately, they are on the road, so we won't get to see the boys here in person. But if you get Flow Hockey, please tune in. Game times are at 7 p.m. Friday and Saturday. The boys would really love if we can cheer them on, even if it's from a distance, even if it's on TV. They really love the support that we give them as much as possible. So tune in this weekend, big holiday games. If we win both of these games, just so you know, Utah Outliers and Ogden Mustangs play each other also this weekend in a 2-game set Friday and Saturday in Ogden. So if you really want to make a road trip down to Ogden and check out some highlighted hockey, we really hope they can split that series, because if they do and we can sweep Casper and do some good damage this weekend, that'll vault us in the first place, and it'll knock both of those guys down a little bit. So we really need those two to split the series between themselves, and we need to go to Casper and do what we do and do some business and get the W's up there. So this week's guest, I'm going to have Charlie Durkin, DJ MacLeish, Ronnie Wade, and Tim Kim. I caught up with all those guys after the 2 big victories that we had over the weekend. So you'll have a chance, an opportunity to hear what they have to say, especially about the big moments of the shootout and stuff. We'll get to that. So yeah, those are going to be my special guests for the week. So without further ado, let's get to some of the action, starting with Friday night. The game 1 was November 22nd, Friday at the Mac. It started out hot for both teams. Like, there was a lot of action going on, a lot of shots. Matter of fact, Rock Springs put up 14 shots on goal. Spud Kings almost matched them with 13 shots of their own. A lot going on, man. These goalies were reflexing. There was a lot of high octane shots and like just up and down action across the ice altogether. So it was awesome matchup to watch to begin with. Starting at 1 minute, 10 seconds, DJ MacLeish, welcome back, gets his first goal back with the team, and he was assisted on the play with Lucas Roner, which was his 4th, and Easton Edwards his 11th. It would take a power play by the Grizzlies to match that. At 8 minutes and 52 seconds, Tyler Hansen got one past Durkin. So they were able to match it up, even the score 1-1. And so you could see already that it was going to be a battle, because we scored off fast, and then they didn't take too long. Only a couple of 7 minutes later, they ended up getting one, but they were on the power play, so they took advantage of that. So then about 2 minutes later, just over, at the 11 minutes, 1 second mark, Ty Shell put the Grizzlies on top 2-1, as he got another one past Durkin. And I saw Durkin's face after this goal because I just happened to be on the side of the arena, checking out one of the bombs, making sure one of my coworkers was good, didn't need a break and stuff. But I happened to look at Durkin after this, and you could just see him getting right back into focus, telling himself, "You're God. You're good. You got this. Don't worry about it." And you could see him just focus himself. He wasn't looking at anyone or anything in particular. He was just staring off and just focusing. So if that was a sign of what was to come, it's going to be a good matchup. So, but at the 14 minutes and 43 seconds mark, Will Donovan gets his 4th goal on the year, and he was assisted once again by Easton Edwards for his 12th and Andrew Schmidt for his 10th. So that evens up the game 2-2 at the end of the first period. So as you can tell, it's hot. It's a contested battle. It's 2-2. It's basically 0-0 all once again going into the second. High octane. So the second period will show off the Spud Kings defense. They held the Rock Springs to only 2 shots on goal for the entire period, which was awesome. And then they put up 17 of their own shots. So not only did they only hold Rock Springs to 2, but they put up more shots than they did in the first period. So it was high octanes for the Spud Kings and really good defense. So only 1 shot, though, got past Appleman, the Grizzlies goaltender. At 18 minutes, 29 seconds, Tim Kim, his second back with the team, and he was assisted on the play by DJ MacLeish for his 3rd and Ronnie Wade for his 9th. And that was a power play goal. So that was a big one right there. We had a power play opportunity. We cashed in. I guess we're actually pretty high up in cashing in power play opportunities for the season. So it's good to see that continue. Match up their power play. We got one as well. So now we're up 3-2 at the end of the second. Let's see what the third had in store. Third period would show matching goals, opposite ends of the period, actually. Almost matching shots. Rock Springs put up about 9 goals on shots on goal. Spud Kings put 11 shots on goal. Spud Kings strike first at 1 minute exactly. Easton Edwards got his 8th on the year, and he was assisted by Lucas Carlson for his 7th and Bronson Sable for his 8th. So Easton is having a big night. He's got a couple assists already, just got a goal, puts us up 4-2 at that point. So things are starting to look good. So the Spud Kings hold off for a long time. Like, the game is starting to look imbalanced. And then with 19 minutes and 10 seconds into the period, Riker Sabo gets one past Durkin. And I was thinking, and I wasn't the only one thinking this, oh no, not the dreaded third period again. Like, that seriously went through my mind. I was like, here we go again. Please don't let these boys tie it. Let's not do this again. We just went through this a couple weeks ago. That's exactly what was going through my head. I was a little heart pounding, a lot of heart racing there at that point. But we held them. No problems. We got the defense going. They did answer, though. So they got 4-3. And we ended up picking up the 2 points in the standings, winning the game. It set up a big matchup the following night against Ogden, because now that game is officially for first place in the division. So luckily we got that win there. We escaped 4-3. Durkin stopped 22 out of 25 shots and 88% save percentage on the night. And then I had an interview with Charlie to talk about that. And here we go. Just one moment. Here is Charlie. Hey there, Spud Kingdom. I am here tonight with Charlie Durkin. You just got, your 8th win on the season, I believe?
Yeah.
How does that feel tonight?
It feels good. Definitely wasn't pretty, but, we got the job done, which I'm pretty happy about. Just another 2 points.
Yeah, it's another 2 points, so that puts us only 2 points behind Ogden, which we play tomorrow night. Going to be a huge game. How are you looking forward to that?
Kind of just focus on my routine and what gets me ready to go for games, and definitely want to beat them really badly. It's been pretty motivating in practice, thinking about how we've performed against them, so we really want them.
Yeah, I bet, guys. This is one of our biggest rivals. And I've seen you prepare for the games. You're extra focused always. I can imagine tomorrow's going to be almost double time.
I try to keep every game the same. I get dialed in, but not too dialed in, so it's not too much stress on me. Unnecessary stress, I guess. Just stick to my routine and and my game plan, and I'll be successful tomorrow.
I agree. Thanks, Charlie, for your time.
Anytime.
Hey, thank you very much, Charlie. I really appreciate you stopping and talking with me, man. That was the first time I got to talk with Charlie. I know he's a fan favorite amongst all of us, and it was really awesome to finally get him into an interview so you guys can hear it from the man himself, the man that we call the Wall. So thank you very much, Charlie, for stopping and talking to me. So I was also able to talk to Ronnie Wade, who picked up the assist on the power play when he got his 9th of the year. And this is the first time I got to also stop and talk with Ronnie. So I appreciate him stopping. So here's what Ronnie had to say. What up, Spud Kingdom? I am here with Ronnie Wade. Ronnie, you guys just had a huge game tonight. Gets us a couple more points closer to Ogden. What kind of momentum are you feeling tonight after that?
It was good. Good thing to get a win going into tomorrow. And we all know Ogden's a good team, so we just got to bring our best game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's going to be a huge game tomorrow. We win. We can take over first place. Do you have any extra motivation, especially since it's one of our rivals, or are you just same as usual?
Oh, definitely. I mean, they got us the last couple times, so we're definitely itching to get a win here. So we're going to bring it tomorrow.
Yeah, time for some payback. I agree. Yep. Thanks for the time, Ronnie.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
Yep. Hey, thank you very much, Ronnie. I really appreciate you stopping and talking with me, man. So Ronnie has been a big contributor all season long. Obviously, that was his 9th assist, so you can tell that he's up there in the points and stuff. He's always a great competitor, and he battles real hard all the way to the end. Next up, I was able to talk to DJ MacLeish, who got his first goal on the season and a big assist in the game. And we got to talk a little bit about that. And here's what DJ had to say and how he felt after this big win. Hey, Spud Kingdom. I am here with one of the fan favorites tonight, DJ MacLeish. We just had a huge win tonight against Rock Springs. That only puts us 2 points behind Ogden. You got a point and an assist. How does it feel?
It just feels great. Like, scoring my first goal of the year back in the home crowd and with these fans, it just was electric. I had butterflies going through my whole body when I scored that. I honestly felt like I was going to tear up. It was just amazing. And just this team this year is just unreal, and I love these boys.
Oh, man, we're glad to have you back, DJ. We missed you. It sucked while you were gone, but when you came back, you got a huge welcome ovation last week, a couple assists last week. You finally got your first goal. I bet the monkey off your back feels real good.
Oh, yeah, it feels unreal. I walk into the rink every day. I just work my butt off every day, try to get better and try to better our team together. And being back in front of these fans and this crowd, it was just an unbelievable moment for me, and I just love it so much.
Thanks, man. We got a big game tomorrow against Ogden. If we win that one, we take over first place in the division. Do you have any extra motivation going into that game?
Honestly, we're going to treat it like the same another game. We're going to go even harder tomorrow than we did tonight, and I think we got a lot more into us, so we're going to keep going, and I think we're going to pull this out, and we're going far.
I agree. Thanks for your time, DJ. I'll let you get to dinner.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. Man, thank you very much, DJ. I know a lot of you are probably looking forward to hearing about that. I told a couple of you that I got to talk to him, and I know some of you were really excited to hear about that. DJ, also a fan favorite. I'd say him, Durkin are right up there, 1 and 2, 1A, 1B, however you want to put them. It doesn't matter if Durkin's 1, DJ's 1. They're both up there for fan favorites. I know they're both really cheered on a lot when I'm there in attendance and able to see the games, and I cheer them on really hard from here when I'm watching at home. So to wrap up game 1, Friday night, November 22nd, we ended up winning. We beat the Rock Springs Grizzlies 4-3. We picked up 2 points in the standings, and Ogden was stagnant that night. They did not play, so that gave us a little bit step closer. So that makes it to where the battle for first place was the following night on Saturday. So speaking of, game 2 versus Ogden Mustangs, Saturday, November 23rd, also at the MAC. It was a battle all night long, as it should be, because it was number 1 versus number 2. We expected it to be a battle. These guys are one of our rivals, probably the rival that we have in the area. They always put up a hard-fought matchup. No matter what we do with these guys, it's always a battle. They always probably end up scrapping once or twice in the game. There's big hits. It's always a battle against Ogden. So in the first period, there was no scoring. Ogden put up 12 shots on goal. Spud Kings put up 7. Lots of defense. It was a battle of the two goaltenders, the top two in the Mountain Division, for sure, in my opinion. I know Appleman is, or not Appleman, that was the last game, but the Ogden's goalie, he's ranked really high, if not number 1 in the Mountain Division. He's number 1 in the NCDC, and Durkin's right up there with him. So this was a huge battle of the two goaltenders for the night. So second, there would be scoring would finally start to happen in the second period. Spud Kings strike first at 41 seconds. Easton Edwards gets his 9th in front of the net. Like he's found himself in a beautiful spot. First, he attempted a backhand, which was really beautiful, and it just got deflected beautifully. So he just continued on with his skate pass, stopped the air right in front of the net on the left-hand side there. Got a beautiful pass from Andrew Schmidt. It was his 11th on the year, and he was able to knock it in. And they were also helped on the play by Lucas Roner for his 5th on the year. It was such a nice play. I had to watch it a couple times. They had a replay, but I actually went back and just replayed it myself a couple times because it was just beautiful. But that would be short-lived because Ogden would answer back at 1 minute and 20 seconds into the period. Troy Hunka would get one past Durkin. It took a nasty deflection and got past him. Like the shot itself didn't go through, but it did get a nasty deflection on the play and ended up squirting past Durkin. So let's see. He was assisted by everyone's favorite Mustang, Brody Simcoe. Now, I know you get like he's everyone's favorite because like you guys hate him so much, but because he's so good. I get it. He's the number 1 scorer in the Mountain Division, and I think he's like number 2 now in the NCDC because this game on Saturday we were able to shut him out minus the 1 assist that he gets in the whole night. So I understand why we hate the guy, but man, is he good. I just got to give him a little bit of credit for being good, but other than that, go back home, Brody Simcoe. So 3 minutes later, the Spud Kings would go back on top at 4 minutes, 33 seconds. Will Donovan would get his 5th on the year, and he was assisted by Will Strickland for his 4th and Andrew Schmidt again for his 12th. Liam Donovan was actually announced as the credit to the goal, but I went and actually looked up the stats and what they marked in there as the official stats for the game, and Will Donovan's the one that got credit with it in the official stat book. So that's why I mentioned Will Donovan on his 5th. Will Strickland got the assist, and Andrew Schmidt once again with another assist. Andrew Schmidt, that guy is always everywhere on the points, whether it's goals, assists, he's always contributing. This weekend, he wasn't able to put one home in the goal column, but man, he was able to get a lot of assists for us. But the lead would be short-lived once again. Let's see. There was lots of shots this period. Ogden shot 16 shots on this goal, only getting 1 in. And then Spud Kings shot 14 times, and it was 2-1 at the end of the second period with a small lead by the Spud Kings. The third period, another defensive battle. Ogden would only have 6 shots on goal, and the Spud Kings would only have 5 shots on goal. So that kind of explains to you what kind of defense was being played by both sides of the puck, whether it was Ogden or our this beloved Spud Kings. Like these guys were just playing all-out defense. Nobody wanted anybody else to score. This was the battle that we thought it was going to be for the whole night. So only 1 goal for the whole entire period, and it was by the Mustangs, unfortunately. At 17 minutes, 32 seconds, Brooks Cogswell evens up the game at 2. And so they would play good defense for the rest of the game. It would stagnate, so it would end 2-2 at the end of regulation, and we would go into an overtime period. So because of that, because we went into the overtime, Ogden automatically gets first place for the night, depending on if they lose, they automatically get 1 point, so they stay above us, because even if we get 2 points, that was going to tie them for the point lead and would have knocked us into the number 1 spot just by how many games we played against each other. But because we went into overtime, Ogden guaranteed themselves 1 point. So if we get the 2 points, Ogden automatically gets 1. They're still 1 point ahead of us. So that guaranteed that we only can get second place regardless of how this game finished. But it's how the game finished that gave us hope that we can go a long way into this season. So overtime, there was no scoring. Nothing happened. There was only a few shots total. Only 3 shots for Ogden, only 1 for the Spud Kings. No action, really. It was all defense, knocking the puck away from each other, losing the puck by accident and stuff. Like it was just one of those periods. So we go to a shootout. And the shootout starts with the Mustangs get the first opportunity because they were the away team for the evening. So they get the first opportunity. Troy Hunka would start it off for Ogden, and he scored. He got one past Durkin. So gave Mustangs a lot of energy. The crowd was a little upset. You know, it's always defeating when one goes past Durkin in general, but in a shootout, it was upsetting. But that's okay. That's okay. That was just the first one. Bookie Warshaw would be sent out to match him, and unfortunately, he lost the puck right in front of the net. He made a beautiful move, and you could see that he was going to have an open shot, but the puck just slid past the stick and went past the red line, so therefore, he was unable to attempt a shot. And then Brody Simcoe would come out to try to put Ogden up 2-0 and give them control in the shootout, but unfortunately, he couldn't convert, and the crowd went nuts. Sorry, Brody, not today. We still got the wall. Try again another time. So Tim Kidd would come up. Our man Tim Kim, second week back with the team. So excited to have him back. This guy always getting big goals, and he gets another one here. Back-to-back weeks. Last week he gets a big goal to win the game. This week, he gets a big goal to tie it up in the shootout 1-1. So it's now 1-1. Mustangs have missed once. We've missed once. So now we're going to the third competitor. So when the way this works is if on the third shot, because it's a best of 3 technically, if Ogden would have missed this shot and we would have made it, the game would have been over. But unfortunately, Yuri Duda was able to get one past Durkin and ended up going up 2-1. So now it's on the Spud Kings. There's pressure on the Spud Kings to get a goal right here and tie it up, or the game is over. But we sent out somebody with no pressure on him. Easton Edwards. Oh, yeah, this man, he did it again. He made a sick move and got one passed on the stick side, on the blocker side, just under the stick itself. And it's right next to the post, and it got us to match them up 2-2. So now it's basically sudden death for the shootout. Whoever scores and doesn't score, the game is over. So we go. Ogden sends up Tommy Fetterman. Tommy Fetterman, he takes the puck down the ice, and he's starting to make a deke. He's making a couple moves and whatnot. And then slam, he gets stoned away, just straight turned away by Durkin. Gets that stick out there, gets that kick save out. Bam. Sorry, not today. Have a nice night, Tommy. So that gives us the opportunity to seal it. Coach Bone turns to DJ MacLeish. This man had all the pressure on him, and in his mind, he knew it was coming anyway, so there was no pressure. He was just going to go out there, make a move. He had an idea of where he was going to shoot. Tim scored on the stick side, and then Easton scored on the stick side. So he said, hey, why not my turn? DJ goes out there and makes the play of the game. And you know what? I'm just going to let the Spud Kings broadcast take it over from here.
What crew you guys have? DJ MacLeish coming in. He's going again. That's the third one. 3-2, Spud Kings win it in the shootout. What a hockey game. Wow. Wow, both teams get...
Man, does that boy have ice in his veins or what? Thank you to Spud King TV for that great announcement on the play. I just recorded that off of me watching the game earlier today, or actually it was yesterday. I watched it on the recap. So I recorded that off my TV. I wanted to get that in there to give you guys a little tidbit of what it sounded like from the broadcast perspective, because most of you were at the game and you know what it sounded like inside that arena. It erupted. And it erupted when DJ got in, like you saw him jump over the boards and get onto the ice and get ready to shoot that shot. But as soon as that shot went in, oh my, did this stadium go nuts. It was loud and proud, and DJ was the star that he is, and welcome back, DJ MacLeish. So we would win the shootout 3-2, and that would give us 1 point in the game. So we'd win the game 3-2. So we'd pick up 2 points in the standings. Like I said earlier, Ogden only got 1, but they're still in first place by 1 point. Which why this next weekend is a huge weekend. We got Casper for 2 games, and Ogden plays Utah for 2 games, and that's a battle of first and third right there. Those two, they need to split that series up. We need to dominate both games and continue this win streak and take over first place. So Durkin would stop 35 out of 37 shots and have a 95% save percentage for the entire night, and also stop 2 shots in the shootout to add to the total. Those don't technically go towards his overall shots and goals total, but I threw it in there just because he did stop 2 really major shots to help us seal the deal. Now, I was able to talk with Charlie after the game, and this is what he had to say.
Hey, what's up, Spud Kings fans? I'm here with Charlie Durkin, who is the second star of the night. Crazy, intense game there at the end. Came down to a shootout. What was going through your mind there?
I was just trying to stay calm, really just focusing on my breath. That's pretty much the only thing, my breath and the puck.
Yeah, not to get too excited and overthink things. Awesome. Yeah, this is a big game. Unfortunately, they were able to get 1 point because of the overtime loss, so that kind of keeps us in second place. But you guys have won 4 in a row now. A lot of momentum going forward. Where do you see this team going into next weekend?
I think we're going to roll Casper, and then we're going to be first in the division.
I agree. Thanks for the time, Charlie.
Appreciate it.
Thank you once again, Charlie. You are the man. Thank you for talking with me once again. That is the wall, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie Durkin. Now, I was also able to talk to Tim Kim once again, who set the tone with that first goal when he was asked to go out there. And he got that first goal for us to let us know that it's not over. We got this. Don't worry. Just chill. Don't even worry. We got this. So Tim Kim setting the tone. This is what he had to say after the game.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Tim Kim, who got a huge goal in the shootout. What was going through your mind when you got that big goal, man?
I just trusted the Lord. Honestly, the puck kind of rolled on me, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to my best to put this in the net.
And you did. That was a big win for us. We're climbing them vaults. I think that's 5 in a row now for the team. A lot of momentum going forward. What do you think?
Oh, dude, this team is unstoppable if we play the right way, and it's very exciting.
I agree, and with the additions with you and DJ coming back, you guys have been a pivotal role in getting our wins. So the momentum's definitely soaring. You guys keep listening to Coach. Good things are going to happen. Do you see us climbing that ranking and never looking back?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just we got to listen to Coach and what he has to say. But, you know, besides that, I think we're golden. Yeah, we're super excited. And everyone there believes, you know, in the room, everyone believes that we're going to be winning. And we have a winning culture. So we're set up for great success.
All right. Yeah, I agree, man. Thanks, Tim, for your time.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night.
Man, Tim, I appreciate you. You talked to me now 3 times, and you've only been back for a couple weeks. I really appreciate everything that you're doing for me, man. I appreciate you stopping and talking with me, and it's a great outlook on what you thought about your goal, and we really appreciate it. My final interview for the weekend that I got from the players was from the first star of the game and the man that got the winning goal, DJ MacLeish. Once again, welcome back, DJ, and this is what he had to say about that goal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the first star of the night. Welcome back again, DJ. What was going through your mind when you got that final goal, man?
So honestly, Bone comes out to me, he goes, putting Eddie out to score, and I'm going to have you put you out to win it. And that just, chills went through my body hearing that. And that was just awesome. The feeling going down, I was I'm going back in for, and this kid's led in 2 already on the blocker side. So back in for in, and from there, I just heard the crowd erupt, and I was it's in the back of the net. It was the best feeling ever.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, the fact that Coach Bone had all that confidence in you, and you only been back for a couple weeks. Well, I guess 1 week now. He said he's going to go out there and tie it. You're going to go out there and win it. That's a lot of confidence. What kind of momentum does that give you guys coming up for the rest of the season?
That's huge. The last 2 weekends I've been here. Well, I've been here for 1 full week, but weekends now, we've swept both. And this momentum going into Thanksgiving games and stuff, this is going to be unreal. We're going out to play Casper, and let's hope to get 4 points out there. And we're just going to keep pushing from there and keep building as a team. And this team's going far.
I agree, man. You guys play with so much chemistry, and I can see it out there on the ice. You guys play for one another. It's totally a brothership out there, a real team mentality. Unfortunately, we were 1 point behind Ogden because they got 1 for losing in overtime. We sweep that series next week. We're definitely back in first. I would say a lot of this is because of the momentum that you and Tim brought back to the team. Would you agree with that a little bit?
Yeah, I'd for sure say, it's brought a lot of character and big things to the team, but honestly, I'm very grateful for Eric Hudson and Coach Bone and all of the staff here and everything for bringing me in. Coach Joey too. It's been unreal so far, and these fans are just unreal. I can't believe this fan support for me the past 2 weeks has been unforgettable. It brought tears to my eyes forever, and now I'm just really excited to keep going with these guys, and I'll bring home anything they want.
Yeah, you're definitely a fan favorite here, DJ. We never forgot about you when you left. We're glad to have you back. Thanks for your time, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thank you so much, DJ, man. You are the man. We are so glad to have you back. I don't know why we let you go to begin with, man, but we are so happy that you're back. Thanks, Eric Hudson, once again for letting me talk to these boys. I really appreciate the time and the opportunity to do so. So that'll wrap up those 2 games. We swept the weekend series. I'm going to take a short break, and then when I get back, we're going to get to my 3 stars of the week, and we'll go over the stats and standings, and we'll get to the hockey rules and the whatever else I got planned for the rest of the thing. I think I may have an interview or something later as well. So we'll get into that here in just one moment. All right, we'll be back right after this break. All right, welcome back, Spud Kingdom. So this next part, I'm going to do the 3 stars of the week, and then we'll get into standings, rankings, and all that stuff here in just a second. My 3 stars of the week, I had a little bit of debate on who to go with for a couple of the spots. I mean, there were so many good choices this weekend. Lots of things on the stats lots of opportunities for everybody, lots of things on the stats for me to go through and make my decisions. So this is what we're going to do. So for the first time for this edition of the 3 stars of the week, my 3rd star, I'm going to go with Charlie Durkin. He had 2 wins on the weekend and had a 92% save percentage on the entire weekend and helped us to 2 big wins, stopping big goals when they really mattered, and proving once again why he is the wall. Gets big wins on the season. We'll get to where his standings are and stuff here in just a little bit. My 2nd star of the game was Easton Edwards, or of the week anyway, was Easton Edwards. He had 2 goals and 2 assists on the weekend. He had a big showing in the stat column. Almost made a nod for number 1. I did number 1 just a little bit different this week because of the impact and everything of this certain player. So Easton Edwards, number 2, star number 2 for the week with 2 goals and 2 assists. And then our first star of the week was DJ MacLeish. Welcome back, DJ. The reason why I put DJ at number one, he had 2 goals and 1 assist on the weekend, getting his first 2 goals back with the Spud Kings, 1 each night. And the big one in the shootout to win the game against Ogden is the main reason why I put him at number 1. He had a very big pivotal role in getting us the win on the weekend and pole vaulting us in the vaultings and in the rankings to number 2 and only 1 point behind Ogden. So DJ is my first star of the week. So little recap. Third star, Charlie Durkin. Second star, Easton Edwards. And first star was DJ MacLeish. Now, I did have thoughts about Andrew Schmidt being in there because of all the assists that he did get this weekend. So he was a thought, and I would say definitely a close runner-up for the third star. So Andrew Schmidt also in there. But my 3 stars of the week, Charlie Durkin, Easton Edwards, and DJ MacLeish. So welcome back, DJ. We appreciate everything you do for us, and we are so happy that you are back with the team. So Ogden is in first place with 28 points, and we are in second place with 27 points, so only 1 point behind because they were able to get 1 point for surviving and making it into overtime. So explaining the point system as far as hockey goes, so you get 2 points for every win, no points for a loss, but if you lose in overtime, you do get credit for 1 point. So it's like a half of a game, basically. So they almost consider it, because there's no more ties in hockey, so there's no more tying. So they do get credit for 1 point for making it into the overtime period, whether they lose or not. So 1 point for losing in overtime, 2 points for winning altogether. And that is why we are in second place instead of first place. So the Outliers are in third place with 26 points, real close behind us. That's why this weekend is a big weekend. We'll get to that in just a second as I do a roundup. Andrew Schmidt is 8th in the NCDC with 23 points and first on the team. And then 7th in the NCDC with 11 goals and first on the team. Easton is right behind him with 9. Edwards and Schmidt both first on the team with 12 assists. And Durkin has 10 wins on the season and now holding that 92% save percentage. He's holding tightly to that. So hopefully he can keep up the good work, maybe even bust that up to maybe 93, 94% and keep showing why he's the wall and why he's the man. So the Spud Kings sweep the weekend with the road trip coming up this weekend to Casper. It's big, huge for us to do what we did this weekend so we can make it to this next coming weekend, especially with Utah playing Ogden this weekend as well. So this Thanksgiving weekend, Friday and Saturday's games times are at 7 o'clock on Flow Sports. If you don't want to make the trip to Casper, it's quite a little bit of a drive. I mean, it's not too bad, but, you know, it's a good little drive. I'll be sitting here with the fam, and we'll be watching on Flow Sports as we celebrate the Thanksgiving weekend. Ogden and Utah, once again, they do play each other this weekend. And we're hoping they really do split this series. Once again, this 2 games is Friday, Saturday in Ogden at the Ice Palace Arena down there that they have. And yeah, we need them to split, because if they each pick up 2 points and then we can pick up all 4 points against Casper, that'll give us a huge standing in the leads, and we'll have a couple point lead on both of those 2 competitors. So let's hope for the season series sweep. We got one this last weekend. Win total is creeping up there to now 5 in a row. Maybe we can pump that up to 7 this weekend with 7 with Casper, us going up there. Casper usually puts up a small little bit of battle. Hopefully we can take it to them like we did last time we were up there. So with that being said, that's the weekend wrap up and the weekend preview. Let's get to our hockey rule of the week. So the hockey rule of the week, I decided to go with tripping. Now I'm going to pair this next week with hooking, because I think the 2 kind of go hand in hand and commonly get mistaken. But this week we're going to cover tripping. And tripping is the act of placing a stick knee, foot, arm, hand, or elbow in such a manner that causes his opponent to lose balance or fall. Most common is caused by a stick catching a skate or an ankle. When I'm playing the NHL 25 video game, I try to poke check, and I swear every single time that I go to poke check, even if it's like a perfect poke check, I get a tripping penalty. So tripping is probably one of the most common penalties you will see. Um, so with that being said, there's also, let's see, the most common is getting the stick out there with the skate or the ankle and catching it. The second most common is the old-fashioned way, just sticking the old skate out and give them the old, whoo-hoo, have a nice fall, see you next trip. You know, one of those type of deals. So all forms are considered minor and only a 2-minute penalty. It usually doesn't cause any harm to the player. Most tripping is incidental, and even the ones that are on purpose, it's not really that big of a deal. And a lot of the times these players flop when they get tripped. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's a minor, it's 2 minutes. So that's tripping. And like I said, next week I'm going to pair it up with hooking, so you can kind of get the difference between the two. Now, I did mention I wanted to do some hockey trivia, so I came up with an idea. This week we're going to do Spud Kings trivia, and there will be a prize for the answer to this question. You're going to have to hit me up on Facebook. If you go to the Spud Kingdom podcast on Facebook, we have a spot there. You can answer the question, and I'm also going to repost the question after the episode goes live. That way you guys can have a spot to put your answers to the question. But with that being said, the question of the week, the prize. Let's get to the prize. So for the prize, I have a trucker style sublimation hat with the Spud Kingdom podcast logo on there. I'm going to put that up for grabs as the prize for the week. So to respond to the question, if you get the right answer, then if there's multiple people that get the right answer, then I'm going to do a random selector, like one of them generator things. I'll randomly select a winner, and I will give them a Spud Kingdom podcast trucker style hat. So that's what's up for grabs. So this week it is Spud Kings trivia, and the question is, who scored the first goal for the Spud Kings this season? So who scored the first goal for the Spud Kings this season? Not of all time, not last year, but the very first goal that was scored this year. Who scored it for the Spud Kings? So answer me once again on the Facebook page, that Spud Kingdom podcast, on there on Facebook. I will post this question once again when I go live with the episode itself. That way you guys have a place to comment for your answers, and I will randomly select one winner to receive a Spud Kingdom podcast trucker style hat. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to give it a whirl. If you guys like the trivia, if it gets a good little command, a little bit of demand, we get some good answers and stuff when it's all said and done, maybe we'll keep it up. If you guys don't like it, we'll scrap it. Maybe we'll just do it for fun or something like that. We'll figure it out. So that is trivia. That's our hockey rule of the week. And that was our recap with the 3 stars of the week. So that was our 3 stars of the week. That was our hockey rule of the week. Our trivia question. So that's the new segment there that I'm going to do. Unfortunately, I was not able to get a special fan guest this week due to the holiday weekend. Just everybody's so busy. A lot of people leaving town. Just a lot of things going on right now. So unfortunately, we won't have that this week. So we'll get back to that next week. I'll try to get somebody in line. We can get back to that and get that segment back going. I know that's a favorite of most people's. But so we're going to wrap things up now. So this last weekend, we swept the weekend. We went 2-0. beating Rock Springs the first night and then Ogden the second night in a shootout. I would like to thank my guests for the week, Charlie Durkin, Ronnie Wade, Tim Kim, DJ MacLeish. I appreciate all you guys for talking with me. Awesome interviews. I like to thank Spud King TV, Scott Bradford. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate all the hard work that you do on the telecast. It helps me out quite a lot. I watch it just to get a lot of these extra replays and some of the extra insights that I need that I didn't get when I watched the game originally. So appreciate that. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And once again, thank you for tuning in and being a part of this and giving me all the positive feedback. And you keep listening every single week. I really appreciate that. I'm going to try to keep this going as long as possible. As long as you guys keep listening, I'm going to keep it going. So once again, this weekend, big games against Casper. Won last week. We got to win these 2 games. We hope Utah and Ogden can split the series. That'll put us in first place. So if you get the chance, tune in Friday, Saturday, 7 o'clock, Flow Hockey. Cheer on our boys, man. They could use our help. They're all the way in Casper. We don't get to go cheer them on in person. Well, a lot of us won't, especially with the holiday weekend. So one more time, thank you for tuning in. Have a happy Thanksgiving. My name's Kevin Woodrum. And as always, go Spud Kings.
Alright.